In the past, long before the world became as we know it today, there was a people who were famous for their extraordinary strength and size. They were known as the Jabarun, towering giant men with bodies as big as large trees. Their story begins when the prophet Musa, alayhi salam, led the Bani Israel out of slavery in Egypt, which was done by Pharaoh and his army. They continued their journey to the Promised Land, which is the land of Canaan, this land. When they arrived at the border of the land of Canaan, they heard the news of the inhabitants of the land, the people known as Jabarun. These people were described as humans, giants with strength and terrifying bodies. The news of them quickly spread among the Bani Israel, who then felt afraid and reluctant to continue their journey. They began to complain to the prophet Musa, saying that they will not enter the land as long as the Jabarun people are still living there. They even said, if they come out of there, we will definitely enter, as mentioned in the Quran Surah Al-Ma'idah verse 22. Nevertheless, Musa remained firm and did not waver in his belief. He invited his people not to fear and surrender to Allah. Jabarun people are actually not the name of one tribe, but the name for those who, according to commentators, these Jabaruns are descendants of the Amalekites, the remnants of the Ad who lived during the time of Prophet Hud alayhi salam. They were giant, tall, and large humans with intimidating bodies. Although the Bani Israel were afraid, Musa decided to send 2 people to investigate the country. The 2 men managed to enter the city where the Jabarun lived. They were surprised to see that the Jabarun were really sized giant, much bigger than they imagined. They even brought home a giant grape seed taken from the garden of the people, Jabarun, as proof of how large, the size of the people. However, even though they brought concrete evidence, the Bani Israel were still overwhelmed with fear and reluctant to confront the Jabarun. As a result, they showed cowardice and disobedience to the orders of the prophet Musa, which caused Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala punish them by being lost in the desert for 40 years. During this period of punishment, God continued to give his help to the Bani Israel by providing food like manna and salwa. Manna is food that descends from the sky. It tastes sweet like honey, while salwa is a kind of quail. Finally, after 40 years, the Bani of Israel can enter the Promised Land, although many of the previous generations could not witness it.